Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Cheng Yao, the presenter of paper 3119 in this conference. There are 5 parts of the report. Let's look at the title and abstract first. The title of our paper is an exploration of the case for artificial intelligence to assist in the competitive performance evaluation in university. Let's take a look at the second part, introduction. General Secretary Xi Jinping proposed the in-depth implementation of the national educational digitalization strategy at the National Education Conference. It has put forward new requirements for the university governance system, calling for the construction of an intelligent, convenient, and scientific management system. Next is the paper of the third part, main contents. This part consists of 4 main sections. First, regarding the objectives and the current situation, it aims to motivate secondary units and faculty. It encourages excellence, breaks the intriguing mindset, and uses input-output benefit evaluation to promote reforms, integrate management, and income distribution systems. However, it faces challenges, lack of discipline-based grouping, unbalanced indicator weights, and data inefficiency. Second, the framework is built on the CITP model, which assists in target selection, plan revision, scheme implementation, and decision making. We also apply the AHP to decompose the evaluation, enabling comparisons to determine indicator weights. Third, the system includes 2 core parts: physical evaluation performance and education benefit performance. The physical performance part covers 3 key areas: talent cultivation, scientific research, and faculty team development. With specific ways, we evaluate both routine indicator, complementation, and outstanding contributions in each area. For the benefit performance part, we calculate input-output construct rates and consider various research invested and the outcomes achieved. This zero-conflict system, enhanced by AI technologies, allows us to create a comprehensive data portraits of each college and provide actionable insight for continuous improvement. In conclusion, this study leverages data-driven platforms and intelligent analysis to reconstruct performance evaluation concepts and methods. Through digital transformation, universities can achieve scientific, precise guidance for challenge development, enhancing the modernization of governance capabilities. That is all for the speech of our paper. Thank you for this. Thank you.
Sorry for your presentation. And if anyone have some question, please show me. Okay, I have to sing too. The first one, okay.
What are the components of a performer's
Continue, please.
What are the components of a performance evaluation system in universities?
Okay. Cheng-Yao, please.
A comprehensive performance assessment and evaluation system for higher education typically comprises three core models. Core function analysis and visualization and system management. The core function model handles indicator configuration, automate data collection, performance calculation, and result feedback. The analysis and visualization model provides support for individual development and institutional decision making through data dashboards and in-depth analytics. The stream management model ensures data security and proper access control. In short, this modern system have evolved from simple sorting tools into integrated, intelligent performance that connect institutional strategy with faculty development. That's all.
Okay. Any more? Any more questions? If no, now let's please the second one. Okay, one more. One more, please. You can propose your question. Zheng Jinxin, please.
What are the benefits of digitally employer performance assessment in higher education institutions?
Okay.
Okay.
In summary, the core benefit of digitally empowering performance evaluation in higher education lies in its use of data as a command language. This enables more scientific management, fairer assessments, more efficient resource allocation, and better alignment between individual development and institutional strategy, ultimately driving the modernization of university governance and capabilities. That's all.
Okay. Now, please finish your presentation. Let's invite the second one. The paper of 31 46.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yantian Wu from Wuhan University of Technology, and I am honored to present our joint work titled DEA BCC Malmquist Evaluation of University Scientific Research Performance in Regional Innovation. And before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge my collaborator Zheng Wan for his support.
Okay.
This presentation will unfold across 5 key sections. First, research background. Second, literature review and methodological innovations. Third, research design. Fourth, empirical analysis. And finally, conclusion and suggestion. Innovation is the driving force to achieve the national goal of becoming a science and technology powerhouse. Universities serve as both the cradle nurturing scientific talent and a hub gathering innovative minds. According to the National Statistics Bulletin on Science and Technology Funding Investment 2016 to 2023, the nation's research and development expenditure doubled over 8 years to reach 3.3 trillion yuan, with universities consistently accounting for over 7% of the total annual investment. This trend reflects China's strengthened commitment to science tech investment under the innovative driven strategy since 13th five-year plan, positioning universities as the pivotal innovation bias with substantial scientific capital. Building on this foundation, the 14th five-year plan's mandate for regional science tech innovation centers in key economic zones, Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, Yangtze River Delta, and Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, Greater Bay Area motivates our study. A key question emerges: does increased funding guarantee improved outcomes? This question is urgent for policymakers. The evaluation of research efficiency remains central to science policy studies, with BCC models and Malmquist index providing core methodologies for assessing static and dynamic productivity. Recent methodological refinements have enhanced their analytical power, though persistent limitations warrant attention. The predominant use of isolated static or dynamic models rather than integrated approaches, insufficient attention to regional disparities, and more crucially, the inadequate consideration of science tech commercialization metrics in indicator selection. To address these limitations, the study innovatively combines DEA-BCC static efficiency analysis with Malmquist dynamic productivity assessment. Approaches from the perspective of regional innovation while pioneering an innovation system that incorporates science tech commercialization alongside traditional input and output indicators. In line with the 14th five-year plan's emphasis on regional innovation centers, this study adopts a regional innovation perspective to evaluate universities across all 31 provincial-level administrative regions of China. Research data are sourced from the compilation of science and technology statistics of higher education institutions and China's Statistical Yearbook 2016 to 2023, Efficiency analysis are performed using Deep 2.1, while data visualization are implemented in 5BI. We also introduced a five-dimensional system displayed in the diagram that include inputs, human, financial, material resources, outputs, papers, patterns, and science tech commercialization metrics, often overlooked in prior studies. To examine the sample's overall characteristics and temporal variations, descriptive statistics are calculated by year. From 2016 to 2023, Chinese universities maintained steady growth in research inputs, though the pace slowed after 2020 due to the pandemic. Financial inputs showed the strongest expansion, with research operating expenses tripling and enterprise commissioned funding doubling, reflecting enhanced national support and industry collaboration. While material resources grew steadily, human resources experienced a notable 10% decline in R&D personnel during 2021. Output metrics demonstrated constant progresses, with patent applications nearly doubling and academic paper publications increased by over 50%, accompanied by a quality improvements as evidenced by a 100% rise in patents granted. Commercialization efforts yielded mixed results. While the patent conversion rate tripled to 5.56%, and actual income from patent transfer grew 131%. The patent unit value dropped 60% amid expanding volumes. Regional disparities remained pronounced, with Beijing and Jiangsu maintained dominant positions in both inputs and outputs, while Western provinces lagged significantly despite some mid-tier regions like Hebei achieving notable commercialization efficiency. Using the DEA BCC model under variable returns to scale, we imported the 2023 university research input-output data into DEEP 2.1 for performing calculation. In 2023, China's university research efficiency showed distinct regional variations. The variable returns to scale technical efficiency averaged 0.846, with 13 provinces, including Beijing and Jiangsu, achieving optimal efficiency scored 1, demonstrating effective resource management. However, 18 provinces scored below 1, indicating allocation inefficiencies. Scale efficiency averaged 0.873, with 8 provinces reaching optimal scale, while 4 provinces showed potential for efficiency gains through input expansion. Most 58% required input optimization due to decreasing returns. Nationwide, constant returns to scale in efficiency averaged just 0.737, revealing significant geographical disparities and suboptimal overall performance. These findings highlight both advanced capabilities of leading regions and the needs for improved resource allocations strategies in underperforming areas. To further analyze the specific factors affecting research efficiency and their annual development trends, this study employs the Melquist index model. By importing input-output data from 2016 to 2023 into DEEP 2.1 software, We obtained the Malmquist index decomposition and the longitudinal dynamic evaluation of TLPCH. The annual dynamics demonstrate fluctuating deterioration in TLPCH over the 8-year period. 2019 to 2020, sharp decline of 21.5%, primarily driven by regression in TECHCH. 2020 to 2021, notable recovery 27.2%, mainly attributable to TECHCH resurgence. 2021 to 2022, 66.1% decrease, where substantial gains in SCH and PECH only partially offset further THCH deterioration. Notably, among the components of TLPCH, THCH exhibit the most volatile volatilities during the 8-year period and displays a strong co-movements of TLPCH trends, identifying technological change efficiency as the primary driver of low and volatile total factor productivity. Total factor productivity change and indices were visualized in 5BI through 3D mapping as shown in Figure 3. In terms of geographical distribution, universities in southeastern regions of China generally exhibit higher research performance compared to other regions. The central region shows more pronounced polarization in research outcomes. Western universities are predominantly clustered around the median level, while those in northeastern regions exhibit the weakest overall performance. The static evaluation shows nationwide inefficiencies, with only 41.9% of provinces achieving optimal technical efficiency and merely 25.8% operating at ideal prolonged scale. More concerning is the dynamic trend of declining total factor productivity, primarily driven by a 2.2% annual deterioration in technological progress change. That has offset marginal gains in technical effective change and scale inefficiency change. The analysis reveals significant disparities in research performance across Chinese universities during 2016 to 2023 period. While economically advanced regions like Beijing and Jiangsu demonstrate strong research capabilities with optimal resource allocation and skill efficiency. Many provinces continue to face challenges in technical management and input utilization. The findings suggest 3 key strategies for optimizing university research performance across regions. First, establishing benchmark science and tech innovation hubs in high-performing regions would promote cross-regional collaboration through digital platforms and resource sharing, particularly benefiting central and western universities. Second, resource allocation should be tailored to regional efficiency characteristics. Regions with increased returns to scale should expand funding, while those with decreasing returns needs strategic input reduction. Technically inefficient regions should prioritize structural reforms over funding increases. Third, funding management should shift from rigid expenditure controls to perform biased allocations to incentivize research productivity. This requires implementing efficiency metrics while maintaining streamlined approval processes and profit sharing mechanisms. This concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I welcome all questions and collaborations. Let's discuss how to turn these insights into action. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, you finished your presentation. Is anyone want to ask question? Since the time is limited, only one question is enough. Okay, please.
Your research compares the DEA-BCC model with the market index. What are the advantages of this integrated static dynamic approach compared to using a single model? Are there any changes in its practical application? Your study identifies technological change, efficiency change as the main constraint on the improvement of total factor productivity in Chinese universities. What do you think are the potential reasons for this technological stagnation, and how should they be addressed? Thank you.
Thank you for
Okay, you may choose one question to answer. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your question. The DEA-BCC model evaluates static efficiency at a specific point in time, helping to identifying whether resource allocation is effective. On the other hand, the Malmquist index captures dynamic changes in efficiency over time and decomposes these changes into components such as technological progress and technical efficiency change. By integrating both approaches, we can not only assess the performance of different regions in a given year, but also analyze the underlying drivers of long-term trends. For example, we found that while some provinces like Beijing and Jiangsu showed high technical efficiency in 2023, the overall total factor productivity was declining, primarily due to lagging technical progress. This combines methodology provides a more comprehensive understanding of the structural roots of efficiency issues. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Stop here for your presentation. Now let's invite the next one. The paper of 3226. It's better to speak only 10 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, you can start. No sound, no voice, please.
把麦克风打开一下。
Good morning, Professor Zhang. Is my voice?
Okay, that's
Good
good.
morning. Good morning. I'm
Morning.
Chen Chen.
Morning.
I'm a teacher of Wuhan Business University. I'm really appreciation for the opportunity to share my recent research at the conference. And my speech is about smart curriculum evaluation in higher education under the context of digital intelligence. And my presentation divided into 4 parts. First of all, I will start with research background. Then I will introduce the evaluation framework, including the indicator and their weightings. And then I will apply evaluation criteria to 3 courses, then finally draw the conclusion of the research. First of all, in the digital and intelligent era, many such digital intelligent technology drive the transformation of the higher education. And many countries and in the world, around the world, had adopted a welcoming attitude toward the impact of the new technology on education. And various department and organization such as UCCO and EDH and the Australia Department of Education have launched various plans and designer passes for the application of new digital and intelligent technologies in the field of education. And however, we notice that current evaluation studies mainly focus on how to access the digital and intelligent literacy or technical capabilities that teacher possess. Maybe because due to the fundamental change in role of teacher under the context of digital intelligence. So we focus on to evaluate whether teacher have corresponding capability and how to improve this capability. However, the classroom is still the basic link for the interaction between teacher and students. So it's also important to know how this technology actual affect class. That is also an important and necessary research work. And our study focused precisely on this content. However, the classroom is in today's university is still dominated by traditional ones. So we in order to make sure the effective implementation of the evaluation, we build a evaluation framework based on these 4 core principles. And our evaluation framework based on the widely accepted OBE concept system and combined with the feedback of the digital and intelligent technologies. According to the 4 core principles mentioned in previous slide, we built a framework. We built a evaluation framework. The evaluation framework combined with 2 tiers. The first tier include 5 indicators, while the second tier include 10. With the second tier includes 10 indicators. And these indicators take into account both traditional indicators and the impact of digital and intelligent technologies. And in order to calculate the indicators weight, the hierarchy attribute weight method, HEW method, was adopted to calculate indicator weights. And there are 4 steps for the HEW method. First of all, we classify the indicator into tiers. According to our evaluation framework, there are 5 and 10 items in each tier, respectively. Second, we collect experts' ranking of the items in each tiers, and then we calculate the entropy membership degree of each indicator, and finally conducted the indicator blendedness analysis and obtained the final weight scores of indicators. And here is the weight of of evaluation framework according to the HEW method mentioned in previously slide. And here we can see that the most important is the resource of intelligence level. That is the most important indicator into consider. And here we can say that I1, I2, and O1 are also important. And these three indicators shows how to integrate the new technology with teaching. That is also important. So it indicates that technology ultimately serves teaching. After building the evaluation framework, we take 3 courses to evaluate with our evaluation system. There are 4 experts were invited to evaluate the professional course. And here we can say the course A use AR and VR technology received the highest score of 4.14. And course B is a blended online and offline courses, and it's rely on an online teaching platform, received a score of 3.81, while course C is a traditional offline courses, receive scores of 3.61. And here we can see that the courses using new technology such as AR and VR have received higher scores in evaluation. So during in our evaluation system, we encourage teachers to actively apply this new technology. However, during the evaluation, we also reverse that in smart courses, teachers tend to rely on technology to complete formative assessment. So maybe there is a lack of classroom feedback or a lack of class feedback record. And this aspect needs to be attention in future course development. And finally, in our research, we built evaluation systems, and then this system take into account the existing course evaluation indicators and also integrates the OBE concept to a 2 tiers evaluation framework. And then the HEW method is used to determine the indicator weights in evaluation framework. And subsequently, there are 3 courses were evaluated using the evaluation criteria, and which prove that the evaluation system can effectively assess the application of digital and intelligent technology in courses. And this evaluation encourages university and teachers to actively apply new technology in curriculum reform. And also through the evaluation, we also found that the application of new technology tend to overlook the formative assessment and in-depth analysis after class. Moreover, the optimization of smart course is more dependent on technology development itself. So the continuous optimization may be more difficult than that of in traditional courses. And this aspect needs more attention and maybe advanced designer when we developing courses in the context of digital intelligence. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, I saw a raised hand. Let's ask Liu Guolun, please.
Okay.
I see your
So
question.
the
Okay.
evaluation result shows that the traditional course C scores higher than the smart course A in items such as complete the teaching document and abandon process material. So I have a question based on above results. So how to maintain this advance when the transforming traditional course into the smart course in the future? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. The evaluation reveals that in smart courses, teachers tend to rely more on this technology and focus on how to apply this technology in classroom. However, in traditional classroom, teachers focus on integrate with students and maybe a customers to various documents and materials to record these feedbacks. So this remind us when we develop in smart courses, we still need to focus on the classroom itself and need to pay attention to interaction with the students during the class. Maybe because the technology ultimately serves teaching. That's all for the answer.
Okay, thank you. Totally agree.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you both. You stop here. So next one, let's invite the speaker of 3230. It's your turn.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zhu Rongyan. I'm glad to be here today and share my thoughts at this important conference. My topic is teaching methods and models for ideological and political education into logistics courses in Chinese University. The content of my speech includes 5 parts. The first part is introduction, which includes research background and literature review. The research background is reflected in 3 aspects. Firstly, digital economy is reshaping the global industry landscape and also affecting the logistics industry. Secondly, the continuous development of new technology and artificial intelligence changes people's living habits and ways of thinking. Finally, the 2016 National Conference on Ideological and Political Work in colleges and universities set off a wave of curriculum-based ideological and political education in colleges and universities across the country. The recent literature suggests that teacher education paradigms and political education models can promote students' active civil awareness. Most researcher efforts emphasize the key role of value internalization to translate professional knowledge into action. However, there is less research based on professional categories and teaching methods. This study will focus on logistics majors, analyze the requirements of logistics courses, explore moral and ethical elements from logistic courses, and proposed teaching methods and models for ethical and political education into logistic courses. The second part is logistics courses analysis. This part includes three parts. First is the necessity of ethical and political education. This part is reflected in two aspects. Firstly, it comes from the development needs of the logistics industry. Secondly, the development of smart economy and industrial evolution puts forward higher requirements for the logistics talent. Logistics courses include both analytical courses and operational courses. Those courses are often integrated with multiple disciplines. In summary, there are four main requirements for logistics talents in logistics courses. That is proficient operational skills, systematic thinking, resources optimization concept, and technological perception. Based on the requirements of logistics courses and the cultivation objects of logistics talents, 6 moral and ethical elements in logistics courses can be summarized. That is 3 outlooks and socialist core values: patriotic sentiment, legal regulation education, scientific spirit, social responsibility, innovative spirit, and international perspective. The third part is about teaching methods of integrating moral and ethical elements into logistic courses. This part includes common teaching methods can choose in logistic courses. Five common teaching methods that can be used to integrate moral and the ethical elements into logistic courses are proposed, including lecture method, case teaching method, discussion method, situational teaching method, and task-driven method. Logistic courses can choose one or more of these teaching methods to integrate. In practical operational, teaching methods can be selected based on 3 points. First of all, according to course teaching objects and the characteristic of teaching content. Different teaching methods and ethical elements can be chosen. Then, actual characteristics of students should be analyzed and apply corresponding teaching method. Finally, teachers' personal quality. Teachers' personal qualities and the teaching environmental conditions should be considered in actual teaching activities. The fourth part is about teaching models of integrating moral and ethical elements into logistic courses. In this part, 2 teaching models are proposed. namely teaching model combine regular and emergency situation and the BOMS XYZ teaching models. The first teaching model takes the regular logistic activity or system as the leading course, guiding students to learn knowledge and models building, and then take logistic issues in emergency situations, such as natural disaster, public health events, etc., as the post-guidance course, guiding students to design, innovate, and optimize solution. This model mainly focused on the cultivation of comprehensive qualities such as patriotic, legal awareness, social responsibility, scientific spirit, and innovative spirit in logistic talent. The BOMS XYZ teaching model follows the steps of introduction, learning objects, pre-test, participatory learning, post-test, and summary. Based on the learning situation of each class, focus on the duration of pre-test, participatory learning, and the post-test for students. Adjust the timing of these 3 steps appropriately according to different professional knowledge points and ethical aspects. The 5th part is conclusion, which summarizes the overall research of the paper. That's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you. There any question? Yeah, you can ask.
Hello. What distinctive, intrinsic SQ education and core values are embraced in logical-related fields, and how to foster social responsibility of students through logistic ethics? Thank you.
Okay, I choose to answer the second question. How to foster social responsibility of students of logistic ethics. We can analyze practical cases of logistic industry in flood, epidemic prevention, and emergency events. Guide students to understand the supportive role of professions in social development. And the typical cases of logistic companies can also be introduced. For example, cases of logistics companies violating regulations leading to customer complaints or actively fulfilling social responsibility, and organize classroom discussions to analyze the specific manifestation of professional ethics and social responsibility. And also we can adopt virtual simulation and scenario training. Students can gain a sense of responsibility and solving real logistic problems at this to complete this task. That's all.
That's all. Any question more? Okay, if no, you finish your speech. Thank you. So the next one is 31 AIMEE2025-202510261. Invite the author, give your speech now. Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Huang Yujie. Today, I'll present our study, Empirical Analysis of the Impacts of Teachers' Ethics and Culture on Learning Atmosphere, based on survey data from Nanning University. I'll cover 4 parts. Let's begin with introduction. Well, across China, newly established undergraduate institutions frequently grapple with 2 intertwined challenges: the quality of practical training and the motivation of their students. Nanning University, as an application-oriented institution, has responded with initiatives such as the Classroom Quality Enhancement Campaign, designed to reshape both teaching and learning atmospheres. Within Chinese higher education, teachers' ethics and culture refer to the integrations of teachers' professional ethics, academic attitudes, and innovative teaching abilities. And students' learning atmosphere reflects students' learning motives and behavioral tendencies. Together, they are considered as the core of campus culture. This study examines how teachers' ethics and culture influence the learning atmosphere using Nanning University as a case study. It addresses 2 primary questions. First, how do faculty characteristics such as age and teaching experience affect evaluation in these areas? And second, through what specific pathway do the various dimensions of teachers' ethics and culture shape the overall learning atmosphere? We conducted a comprehensive literature review to ground the study. Our review revealed that current research on the interaction between teachers' ethics and culture and the learning atmosphere has advanced. 2 key gaps remain. First, most studies focus on single dimension, neglecting the complexities of teaching ethics. Second, although some work links faculty characteristics like experience and discipline to instructional strategies, systematic analysis of how this affects teaching and learning evaluation remains limited. To close these gaps, our study proposed 2 key explorations. First, to conduct a comprehensive framework for teachers' ethics and culture that integrates instructional support and student-centered teaching. Second, to conduct a rigorous analysis of group differences. This study employs a cross-sectional survey design. We anchor this study in 2 well-regarded instruments: Langham's teaching style scale and Liu Shaopeng's learning attitude scale. After translating and culturally adapting them through careful pre-testing, through stratified random sampling, we first balanced representation across departments and then drew 250 teachers by simple random selection within each stratum. Our analysis were performed in SPSS 19 after confirming reliability and validity. We moved through descriptive statistic, group difference analysis, correlation analysis, and regression analysis. Through this data analysis, let's now proceed through our final findings. Through systematic analysis of survey data from 250 faculty members at Nanning University, we systematically analyzed the influence mechanisms of teachers' ethics and culture on students' learning atmosphere. Our primary discovery is clear and compelling. There is a significant positive correlation between teachers' ethics and culture and the students' learning atmosphere. To be more precise, the variable of teachers' ethics and culture explains 49.6% of the variance in students' learning atmosphere. It tells us that the quality of our teaching faculty is decisive, indispensable factor in building a strong learning atmosphere. In short, improving teachers' ethics and culture directly and effectively drive the improvements of students' learning atmosphere. We broke down teachers' ethics and culture into two key dimensions. The analysis reveals a notable difference. The student-centered teaching dimension shows a very strong predictive power, far exceeding that of the instructional support system. This leads us to a clear conclusion. What teachers do directly in the classroom, like their interactive, student-focused practice, is the most crucial and direct driver of a positive learning atmosphere. We also found significant differences across faculty groups. Notably, faculty aged 30 to 39 reported significantly lower perception of the teaching atmosphere, likely reflecting the specific period of career pressures they face. Additionally, the gap between teaching department and administrative department suggests lower consensus among non-teaching staff. Finally, an equally important finding is what did not show significance: course type and teaching experience. This implies that the quality of the teacher's ethics and culture depends more on teaching practice themselves than on these objective characteristics. Moving from our finding to their broader meaning, our study offered two key theoretical implications that helps us better understand the teaching learning dynamic. First, results highlight that student development-focused teaching practice such as competences building, problem-solving, methodological innovation most strongly influence students' learning atmosphere, empirically supporting constructive theory and affirming teachers' role as learning facilitator, which is consistent with contemporary student-centered reforms. Second, we uncovered a unique mechanisms for teaching support. While the instructional support system has a weaker direct impact, its moderate correlation with teaching practice is crucial. This suggests that institutional resources may indirectly shape students' learning atmosphere by enabling teacher innovation. Based on our empirical findings, we propose 3 recommendations for improving teaching and learning atmosphere. First, promote systematic reform in teaching practice, particularly for faculty aged 30 to 39. Through targeted programs enhancing student-centered teaching, such as problem-based learning or project-based learning, workshops and teaching demonstrations should strengthen instructional design skills. Second, adjust administrative units, lower evaluation by streamlining procedures and creating rapid response mechanisms to improve teaching support efficiencies. Finally, we recommend establishing multi-level collaborative mechanism. At the policy level, learning atmosphere metrics should be incorporated into faculty performance evaluation system. Organizationally, regular joint seminars should be conducted between academic and administrative units. Additionally, sustainable feedback mechanisms should be established in integrating student evaluation, peer review, and administrative observation. While this study provides a systematic investigation of the teaching and learning atmosphere relationship, several limitations should be acknowledged. First, the data comes from a single institution, our own learning university, which may affect the generalizability of the result to other university contexts. Second, the cross-sectional nature of the survey means we can identify relationships but cannot definitely establish causality. Third, our reliance on faculty self-reported data may carry inherent subject biases. To build up this work, we propose several promising directions for future research. First, expanding the sampling to include diverse types of university would enhance the external validity of the finding. Second, employing longitudinal or even experimental design would be invaluable for clarifying causal pathways. Finally, to gain a richer understanding, future study could incorporate multiple data sources such as student evaluation and classroom observation, and combine them with qualitative method to deeply explore the dynamic mechanism through which teachers' ethics and culture influences students' learning atmosphere. Okay, now with that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for your attention. We are now
Thank
welcome
you
at
for okay. Thank you for your speech. I saw someone want to ask a question. Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
You raise your question. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Ms.
Mhm.
Huang. Your research found that student cancer teaching is a much stronger predicting of the learning atmosphere than the instructional support system. In your view, why do teachers, their teaching practice have a more powerful and immediate impact on students' learning habits than institutional support? Okay.
Thank you for your question. That's a great question that gets to the heart of our finding. We believe the main reason is that teaching practice are the direct points of contact in the teacher-student relationship. When a teacher designs engaging activities, focuses on problem solving, and adapt to student needs, they are directly and continuously shaping the student's learning experience right there in the classroom. Is an immediate impact. In contrast, institutional support like funding for equipment or administrative processes works more like a background enabler. It's essential, but its effect is indirect. It has to be filtered through and translated by the teacher's own practice. Our data show a clear link between the two, but the direct driving force of the learning atmosphere unquestionably comes from what the teacher actually does in the classroom. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Stop here for your speech. Let's invite the next one. Please. The
Hello,
paper number is 3217. Okay.
hello everyone. My article is 3217. My topic is policy celebrative report research on empowering international talent culture conservation by introduce education integration enterprises and high quality development. Well, I will report on the following 5 aspects. First, introduce an abstract research. The first research background, China is accelerating international cooperation in vocational education and the high quality development strategy, integrating advanced technologies and cultures into education. Second, challenges faced. Introductory education integration enterprises face challenges in cross-border development due to culture, legal, and policy differences. The third, policy analysis. The research analysis effectiveness and shortcomings of China's policy separates through policy synergy focusing on international talent cultivation. Introduce the topic, industry education integration. Industry education integration enterprises combine social and educational services, serving as parallels in global education cooperation. Policy-driven development. In China, industry education integration is driven by top-down policy guidance with the Belt and Road Initiative encouraging enterprises to expand overseas. Second, policy supply analysis. The first, national level policies. National level policies for international talent cultivation and coordinated by the State Council and implemented by ministries such as Education and Nature Development and Reform Commission. Second, policy implementation. The Ministry of Education promotes city-level industrial education consortiums, while the National Development and Reform Commission focuses on sectors like home services. Policy scope. The national policies for fostering international talent, industry education, integration enterprises, primarily encompass three aspects. First, platform development support. Second, mutual recognition of standards and certifications. Third, resource guarantee measures. Policy frequency and focus areas. The first, increase policy frequency. The frequency of policy release promoting industry education integration has significantly increased, especially since the reversed vocational education law in 2024. Focus on incentive sectors. Policy focus has shifted toward technology-intensive sectors with significant funding allocated for industry education platforms in the or education projects. Cross-border policy supply patterns. First, platform development support. The government supports establishing a cross-border application platform such as the China-Russia SCU Visual Education Cooperation Center. Second, mutual recognition of standards. Efforts are underway to align China's vocational education standards with international norms, developing international certification system. The third, resource guarantee measures. The government provides funding, talent, and policy support for overseas projects, promoting industrial ecosystem cooperation. The third, talent cultural effectiveness. Characteristics of intercreation enterprises. Ownership type. Vocational colleges calibrate most frequently within or with private enterprises and local state-owned enterprises, 72%. Enterprise scale. The terms of enterprise scale participating in industry education intercreation. Vocational colleges most commonly collaborate with medium-sized enterprises, as figure 3. Characteristics of intercreation enterprises. Enterprise scale. Medium-sized enterprises are the most common partners, 86%, followed by large, 76%, small and macro, 67%, and extra large enterprises, 65%. Past preferences in talent development. Types of participation. Enterprises participate in international talent cultivation through teaching and mentoring. Joint curriculum and textbook development. Consideration of bases and platforms and joint program development. Prevalence of calibration. Teaching and mentoring are the most common forms of calibration, while joint program development is the least common. Calibration focus. Current calibrations tend to focus on low threshold areas with limited involvement in deeper cooperation. Curriculum and textbook celebration. High engagement. Enterprises are highly engaged in developing core educational resources with 82% of talent programs jointly formulated. 76% of courses co-development and 71% of textbooks co-authored rate. Alignment with the industry leads. These celebrations ensured alignment between educational content and industry leads, enhancing students' practical skills and fostering the integration between education and industry. The fourth, policy optimization. The first policy support importance, and the second policy recommendations. Third, evaluation system. Fifth, conclusion and acknowledgement. The third, policy support and collaboration, and the third, future directions. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, you finish your speech. Is anyone want to ask questions?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Please.
I have a question. Can you provide a detailed explanation of Figure 2, including the aspects of analysis it covers? What issue does the conclusion of Figure 2 illustrate?
The truth is analysis of the supply of international talent cultivation and industry education integration enterprises in China's policies. And the first is distribution of policies categories, and the second is frequently of policy implementation and key areas of focus. And the third, policy supply patterns of cross-border development of industry education and integration enterprises. Yes, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, I have another question. What are the core points of your paper? Where does the innovative value lie?
Well, that is analysis of the effectiveness of cultivating international talent in industry education, integration enterprises, and policy support. The first analysis of the characteristics of industry education, integration enterprises in China, and the second past preferences of industry education integration enterprises in participating in international talent development. Okay, that is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, finish your presentation. Please stop here. Let's invite the next one. 3176. Next speaker.
Hello, everybody. Let's start.
Dear orders,
Share
today
slide.
I would
Yes.
for study on undergraduate talent training programs, analysis of the current situation of undergraduate talent, quantum vision program development in Chinese universities. A case study of 9 different universities.
Wait, we cannot see your slide.
Oh, sorry.
Please.
Sorry.
We cannot see your slide, your presentation.
Oh, that's
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, we can see that.
Your orders. Today I would like to show a study on undergraduate talent training programs, analysis of the current situation of undergraduate talent, quantum vision program development in Chinese universities. A case study of 9 different universities. I will explain from 4 aspects: introduction, analysis of the current situation, analysis of talent, cultivation, mechanisms, and characteristics and suggestions. The construction of double first-class has vigorously promoted the reform of higher education in China. Building first-class undergraduate education and first-class majors is the focus of work, faculty, and the state in the country's higher education. In recent years, the professional training programs of various universities have been revised in accordance with the needs of the times. The reform of the college entrance examination, the demand for internationalization, and the characteristics of the schools. This paper takes the guidance documents for the training programs of 9 typical undergraduate university in China as an example, and use the horizontal comparative analysis method to analyze the current situation of training objectives, curriculum systems, curriculum settings, credit hours, and professional qualification indicators. It provides suggestions for the development of professional talent training programs and new ideas for the work of education managers. Next, let's look at the current situation. The training programs of those 9 universities won't meet the national teaching quality standards, but they have their own characteristics in curriculum systems and credit settings. Take the curriculum system as an example. One program includes 2 major modules: exhaustive courses and practical courses. However, Shanghai Jiao Tong University and Wuhan University of Technology have added characteristic courses on top of this. Wuhan University has set up both college elective courses, and the China University of Geoscience has specially created an innovation and entrepreneurship model. All these are worth learning from. However, there are also common problems. Public basic courses vary greatly among universities. Some universities offer free basic courses, while others only offer elective courses. This gently in a list of your live connection. The total number of credits applicable to the curriculum averages 159 across the 9 universities, with UPC having the highest number of credits at 170. In general, an increase in credits correlates with a reduction in autonomous study time. Each university standardizes credits in such a way that one thousand credit corresponds to 16 teaching hours. In department laboratory courses vary in the number of hours per credit. Protected courses are usually worth 1 credit for 1 to 2 weeks. As for core medical courses, there are many 2 models. Fudan University and China University of Training adopt the subject core courses modern to issue focus. Wuhan University, China University of Mining and Technology, and other universities use the core courses and the characteristic courses model to expand student choices. Both models have their own advantages. The former helps concentrate resources to building high-quality courses, while the latter takes into account the all-round development of students. The key is how to implement the model in combination with the school's characteristics. Besides the current situation, we also summarize the training mechanism of universities, which can be described as point 9 service body. The point refers to basic knowledge. The 9 refers to basic skills. The surface refers to professional competitiveness, and the body refers to all-round development. So phonics. curriculum teaching, practice training, four-person education, and school enterprise cooperation. We connect from the point into nice, revolutionize into service, and finally build a body that supports student growth. However, compared with foreign universities, we still have a gap in cultivation critical thinking, which is a shortcoming we need to make up for in the future. Finally, I would like to put forward two optimization suggestions. First, optimize the graduate framework of major graduation programs. It's recommended that discoupling electrical courses within the same discipline be pre-operated during the first year of study. The operator, which reflects the special characteristics of each institution, bring a balance between uniform and individually. Employment, education, content, and curriculum reform. Second, improve flexibility in setting the rater of grade hour to credits. It recommends that instruction based their curricular flexibility on established standards and aligned with the overreaching goal of fostering higher scale graduates. Based on intense research, these people compare and analyze the undergraduate professional training programs of 9 domestic universities to identify existing problems. This issue includes the education course not keeping up with the new situation. The curriculum systems is not perfect and the need to be optimized. Unclear curriculum setting and unreasonable grade occupation, so on and so forth. So the superficial research in this article, relevant teaching administration can refer to it, and connection improve the curriculum system. Build a talent graduation pace of reverse design and forward implementation, and focus on student development, so as to promote the better development of higher education. This is the requirement that the society places on educator and educational administrator. That's the end of my sharing. Welcome to comment and correct my views. I'm very willing to discuss issues related to undergraduate talent training with all of you. Thank you.
That's the end of your speech. I
Yes.
saw someone raise hand. Okay, please, Xie Li, please, you raise your question.
Okay, I have one question. When implementing the talent cultivation plan, how does your university balance the common standards derived from horizontal comparative analysis and the differences in the school running orientation of specific universities?
Only one question? Thanks.
And will the author introduce other comparative methods in the future, or does the author have suggestions for comparisons from other dimensions?
Thanks for your question. Let's ask your first question. Establish the basic framework based on common standards, design characteristic concepts, and training models in line with the university's orientation and conduct, dimension, evaluation, and adjustment. Adhere to common standards, national standards, basic courses, integrate the university orientation, and realize development optimization.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you have finished your answering? Okay,
Yes.
stop here. Stop here. Thank you. The
Awesome.
next one, let's invite the paper 32 in 101. Please give your
Okay.
speech.
Okay. Wait
Yeah.
for a moment. Share. Okay. I will share my screen.
Share the screen.
Okay. Okay. Share. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Push it.
Okay.
Push
Hello.
again. Push.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Guna. I'm from Wuhan University of Technology. Today.
It's empty.
Okay.
It's blank.
Um,
It's blank. Touch again.
Touch again. 电脑共享驿站
Touch again. It's that blank screen. 你再按一下。
可以吗 ？OK。
没有，我这里看到是白的，我不知道其他人看到吗？
我们这边也是空白的。
哎，Sorry。
共享屏幕打上面的幻灯片放映。对，共享屏幕打上面的放映。放映。
OK。
看到了吗？打到上面横栏的 The Six Switch。Yeah。
对对。
啊 ，Yeah，Push。
放映就可以了。
你点放映，还没放映。
我点了放映，放映设置。
再来从头开始，不按这个。放映从头开始 ，OK，push。牛。
OK。
最下面的那个红色的小光标，就是你的下面这个栏目这个地方有一个 play 的光标，这个
下面有个三角也可以。
红色的三角，你点击的红色的三角。
对。Right, push.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Guna. I'm from Wuhan University. Yeah. Today the topic of my report is the integration method of classical pathway for enhancing grassroots party building in university technology culture conjunction in the new era. As China higher education progressively impacts diverse field, cultivation model include general admission, credit based training, and flexible major chains. The Chinese class-based structure that once defined students' university experience has gradually faded. Dormitories as key hubs for learning and living, having increasingly taken on functions in education, in logical education, forcing cultivate constructive and building an academic environment. Present mentions first one in our approach in party building logic. Integrate grassroots party building into students' dormitory culture not only expand the score of party interviews, but also unlock fresh pathway for dormitory culture development. Cultivating party number among college students is a cornerstone of university party building efforts, and the daily conduct of aspiring party members within dormitories often serves as a key indicator of their campus performance. To enhance the cultivation of student party members, it's culture to advance the evaluation and assessments of these candidates within dormitories by experiencing a more comprehensive and significant assessment festival. And this will strengthen the correct of a holistic education system for their development. The second one is in the platform of grassroots party building work for college students in the new era. Integrating party building efforts into dormitory culture creates a tangible model for ideological education with the party building framework. Interesting, inviting the party building process by involving student party members in dormitory management and service, effectively adding roommates in all overcoming academic and life challenge. The third one is innovation in the content of grassroots party building work for college students in the new era. Again, the backdrops of profound society face and evolving logical landscapes. Young college students exhibit independent thinking, were beyond imagination, and a strong drive for personal development. By combining grassroots party building work for college students with dormitory culture construction, the moral education contact in college party building work can be infiltrated through dormitory culture construction. Learning and cultural environment to transmit well and grade in dialogical development, and encouraging college students to cultivate their moral error grade and educational development, and encourage college students to track their moral character across numbers, knowledge, emotion, will, and behavior. However, the GET measurement model of students' dormitories provides a solid foundation for organizing diverse and advancing grassroots party building activities. Characteristics analysis. The studies immerses the cultural state of college dormitory culture construction as the independent valuable. Drawing on the connection of dormitory culture, with plan a lecture 7-point scale to measure students' national independence, school belong, and personal learning and growth as dependent values. Control values include responsible gender, grade level, age, and policy status of dormitory members that were gathered through a questionnaire survey of 500 to 520 students from 12 universities, supplemented by case students of 4 dormitory situation projects. The questionnaire was previously discovered via online self-mail protests and email. Despite university no priority themes, the data offer insight into the general landscape of integrating grassroots party building into dormitory culture construction. Cumulatively, of the questionnaire results were conducted with SPSS 22 sets of. This is the rest test and the variable test. This is the character analysis. In the study, a t-test was used to investigate whether the presence of party number in a dormitory influence students' national identity, with whether their party member in the dormitory set as the independent variable and the national independent as the dependent variable, to assess any potential connection between the two as is shown in table 5. In the study, age, gender, grade measure, and whether there are party number in the dormitory are used as variables. The current state of interpersonal relationships is used as an independent variable, and the grade of students, a dependent of dormitory life, is used as a dependent variable. Data conclusion and discussion list about the content of dormitory culture, the function of dormitory culture, knowledge in the dormitory where grassroots party building is integrated into culture construction, students' political participation increased by 34%. Regarding the integration of grassroots party building into dormitory culture construction, a red culture bed the correct competition organized by a university, a significant signature event was in 89% satisfaction rate among students. Suggests that a lack of party building activities in dormitories may hinder universities' ability to force coherence among and grace. In cultivating students' portraits, sentences, students' party numbers influence their roommates' national identity through personal imperial, such as in discussion about national current efforts and policies, or playing party guidelines with dormitory, thereby creating positive impacts on their peers. The results of the t-test emphasize that college students with party numbers will influence their roommates' regardless of the stage of their personal place. It helps to build a one dormitory, very culture, and better realize the police education function of dormitory culture. In the space of creating dormitory interpersonal relationship, having party numbers or active party members in conducted to modulate to the formation of proactive growth tendencies. The behavior of students' party number or active party members in the correct dormitory interacted with other dormitory number, which help to create a positive dormitory interpersonal relationship estimates and then form a positive group analysis. Practice approach for integrated grass party building work into dormitory culture construction in the neural. First one throughout the culture construction. Efforts should be placed on expansion a grade-based measurement model to foster grass party building work. In the grassroots party building work, students' party numbers are not only receptive of intensive, but also pivotal driver and character of dormitory culture, exploring strong influence on their peers, while achieving an independent understanding and having involved a party numbers activities and students' party numbers, improving their party spirit cultivation and giving full play to their role in significant. Foster culture brand creative construction through party brands dormitory in dormitories, developing operation to integrate party building work into campus incidental combinations, and giving full play to the role of grassroots party brands as strong hand and in intellectual construction and cultural construction are both significant. Members of the party branch so take the interest to reinforce organization life, close internet party branch activities with dormitory culture conjunction. Implement international party building, to strengthen the cultural front in dormitory space. In the era of the repetitive task advance, across students as the natives of the internet era has entered as the press driver of online culture dissemination. The comprehensive and precise information of the university, fueled by technological science, has system internet and the internet into every phase of students' academic and personal lives. In light of evolving landscape of higher education and the emerging demands of grassroots party building work in the new eras, it's important to use intervention personal methods and practice way for integrating grass party building into dormitory culture construction. Give full play to the guiding breadth as well as service culture role of grassroots party building work in dormitory culture construction, and promotes the practice innovation of grassroots party building work in dormitory culture construction. Thank you.
Okay. Here, because none of us can see your PPT display. So only here you're reading. So no question for your speech.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now, let's invite the next one. The next speaker is about the paper 3211.
Okay.
Hang Yan, please.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will share our research titled Innovation in Integrated Risk Prevention and Control Management of University from the Perspective of Digital Education. So, completely by Yan Yan and I, let's start our discussion step by step. First, let's look at the agenda. We'll cover 4 key parts: research design, data analysis, how digitalization reconstructs new paradigms for university integrated risk management, and how it pioneers new pathways. This structure will help us explore the topic earlier. Now let's talk about the research background. The global digital web with AI, big data, IoT, and cloud computing is advancing fast. It's influencing many sectors, driving high-quality education development and changing how universities manage and teach. Also, Chinese 14th Five-Year Plan is to speed up digital economy, society, and government development, using digital transformation to change production, life, and governance. The Ministry of Education and 8 other departments' opinion on education digitalization calls for the nation education designation strategy and using AI to drive education change. For university, integrated risk management is key to the modern governance. In this digital age, we need a data sharing system to protect high-quality higher education and support building a leading education nation. Next, Let's introduce the research design. Starting with data sources, we use the PKU law. We researched with keywords like university integrated and required all keywords to be in the same sentence. We got 207 documents, 30 central and 177 local. We kept only from one like laws and regulations, finally getting 186 wide texts. We use the LDA topic model. It's good at analyzing central and local policy texts on university integrity risks. Policy that has text and deep learning models like LDA can process this complex data. When use LDA, we need to set the number of topics. We use the topic scores to find the best number. The result shows the highest score when there are 6 topics, so we choose 6. Now let's look at the data analysis result. After training the LDA model, we got topic word and document. We pick the top 5 high words and find 6 main themes. Let's list these 6 themes. Topic 0 with words like Ministry of Education and System. Topic 1 is including risk and supervision. Topic 2 with teaching. Topic 3 is training system, like training and political education. Topic 4 including admission and exams. Topic 5 is digital governance with AI. We also analyzed how the stringent change over time. Before the 18th Part Congress, the topic 3 became weaker, while other topics increased a little. Since 2012, when the 18th Party Congress was held, university integrative risk provision merged have been stronger. Topic 1 grow fast, which is linked to stringent party building. Most importantly, topic 5 has laid for a decade. Now let's talk about how digitalization reconstructs new paradigms. First, from singular to parallelist structure. Before displaying inspection departments, many handled integrative risks. Now, digital teach access and capacity, building a system to involve more people in governance. Second, digital transformation changes process. Universities use internet, cloud computing, and AI to monitor power operate fully. This breaks barriers between supervisors and those being supervised, helping prevent risks before they happen. Third, precision is key for management, and digitalization helps education big that lets teachers and students enjoy governance, supports decisions, and clarifies department boundaries. That becomes the central nervous system to improve management precision. Digitalization also creates new pathways. First, risk identification. Big data has six way features. We use these to turn physical things like entitles and process into digital form, making it easier to collect data and find risk intelligence. Second, risk diagnosis. Third, risk response. Finally, let's conclude. Since the 18th Party Congress, education digitalization has brought a new paradigm to university integrated management. On one hand, it drives education transformation. On the other hand, stricter party discipline needs stronger integrated system. So this research is very important and urgent. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone want to ask a question? No one?
What model did the researchers use to analyze the policy text related to university integrity risks? And how did they determine the optimal number of topics for this model? What is one specific example mentioned in the speech to illustrate how digital intelligence supports the response to university integrity risks? According to the data analysis, what change occurred in the strength of topic 5, digital governance, after the 18th Party Congress, and what does this change indicate?
Okay, thank you. The question 1, the researchers used the LDA topic model to determine the optimum number of topics. They evaluate topic counter scores, and the results showed the highest score when the number of topics was set to 6. So 6 was chosen as the final number of topics. In question 2, if the integrated platform for integrated risk provision and control issues a red light warning indicating that a faculty member may have fabricated explaining that the system first pushes the risk notification to the program investigator of the related research project. After successful system matching and validation, the risk alert is automatically lifted. In question 3, after the 18th Party Congress, the strength of topic 5 climbed steadily and has significantly than all other realms. This change indicates the education digitalization has brought new paradigms to integrate risk management in higher education institutions. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Your presentation is over. And thank
Yes.
you for your answer. In the morning, the last one, we're 3152. 3152.
I'm here. Is it my turn? Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
3152.
okay, I'm here. Good afternoon. Excuse me, can you see my PowerPoint?
No, you should share your screen.
I have shown it, but you can't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now can you see it?
Yes, we can see. I can see.
Okay, thank you.
We can see.
Good afternoon, distinguished chair, respected colleagues and friends. I'm Hu Feifei, along with Xu Lili and Li Lili from Wuhan Railway Vocational College of Technology. Today, we focus on enhancing dual qualified vocational teachers' career competency through database wizard and SPSS.
你那边的网络还是不好，还是怎么停住了？ 刚才网络有问题，现在可以进了吗？可以看到吗？
Information, industry insight, influencing factors, school enterprise cooperation, enterprise practice, certification standards. Materials and method. We use SPSS 22 to analyze how to improve dual qualified teacher professional competence. The questionnaire has a good reliability. Columbus Alpha 0.883. Our competency model has 6 dimensions: educational philosophy, vocational teaching ability, scientific research transformation, and social service ability, professional practice ability, skill management, and personal attributes and professionalism. In 2.2, we use AHP. First, build a hierarchical model and have an expert score user needs through skilling, consultation, and surveys. Second, create a pairwise comparison matrix by discussing score to get a discriminant matrix. In 2.2 step 3 of AHP, we calculate weights and consistency index. Weights show element importance in decision-making. CI tests metric consistency. If CR is less than 1, the ranking is reasonable. If not, adjust the matrix. And we can see CR a formula. Okay. In 2.2 AHP, we get the consistency ratio using N and IR, then do consistency check. The fourth step is comprehensive assessment. Evaluation result. Teacher competency is complex as it's affected by multiple factors. The dual qualified teacher competency model has 6 dimensions: educational concept, vocational teaching ability, scientific research transformation and social service ability, professional practice ability, skill management, and personal trait and professional quality. Data analysis show that educational concept, teaching ability, scientific research, social service ability, and professional practice ability have relatively high weights. In number 4, evaluation analysis, we have 6 conclusions. First, transform educational philosophy urgently. Second, improve teachers' teaching ability significantly. Third, strengthen scientific research, transformation, and social service ability. Fourth, continuously enhance professional practice ability. Fifth, schools improve management to provide institutional guarantees. Sixth, improve personal characteristics and professional qualities simultaneously.